$14,000 Bitcoin, $10,000 Bitcoin. Are we going to see this? Well, if this specific pattern does play out, we are going to see an absolute bloodbath in these crypto markets, and Bitcoin will be making another lower low between the prices of $10,000 and $14,000. So is this going to happen? We are going to be answering that question today. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the most timely updates here on YouTube. So why are people calling for a $10,000 to $14,000 Bitcoin? It's because of something called a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. First of all, what is a Wyckoff accumulation schematic? You hear people talking about Wyckoff patterns all over YouTube in different Discord groups. What exactly is this? An accumulation schematic is basically a pattern that price forms as bigger players in the market are accumulating an asset over a longer period of time before they push the price to the upside. So on a higher term time frame, an accumulation schematic is a bullish pattern. However, depending on where we are at in the overarching schematic, it could be very, very bearish in the short term. As we see right here, this is just a drawing of one of the potential accumulation schematics, because there are many different accumulation schematics that can play out. But this one right here, we put in a low, and then we put in a high, and then we put in a lower low, and then we put in a lower high, and then we put even a lower low. And a lot of people are looking at the Bitcoin price right now saying that we are about to do this exact thing on Bitcoin price. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin and we compare it to a Wyckoff schematic, we can see that actually it is looking quite similar. We have put in our high, now we put in our lower low, now we put in a lower high, entering into now the phase B of the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, looking now to put in a lower low down below the previous low that we have now put in at around 15,500 before eventually bottoming out and then getting our phase C, which is the actual real reversal. Okay, so we can see here that there is a real possibility that Bitcoin is forming this accumulation schematic. So how are we going to approach this? I want to take some time to just make sure that we have a proper mindset when we are coming into ideas such as Wyckoff accumulation schematics, because oftentimes these things can give people paralysis of analysis. And I'm going to be talking about how to approach this as a trader and also as a long-term investor. Now, the most important thing I think to understand is that we do keep our eyes on the macro. And when we are coming up to zones of resistance, we do need to be aware to take shorts. When we are coming down to zones of support, we do need to be aware and prepared to take longs. This will keep us from getting chopped up regardless of what kind of Wyckoff schematics are happening. This is why I am in the short from this high, right? This is the trade setup that we did give in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we literally gave the setup in advance, because without even thinking about Wyckoff schematics and all of this, we just knew we were coming up to support and we should be looking for shorts. In the same way, on Friday, I gave this very, very clear level right here, 21,468 for my next long trade, where I was looking for Bitcoin to get a bounce. As you can see right now, literally we came down and bounced from 21,464. So I was $4 away from the exact bottom here, and it's not because of anything special, guys. It's because we're looking at levels of support and resistance, and we are planning our trades around that. By the way, if you want to join the community where we give these trade setups in advance, the levels in advance, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to learn how to trade this way, you can check out the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 20% discount on the courses right now. Also, 14 days free trial on the trading bot. Make sure to check it out if you want a trading bot awesome tool. 0% limit fees on ByBit, guys. Great deals going on right now over here. So what is going on with this schematic? I think it's very important that we take a look at the Bitcoin history and what has happened in the past as these market cycles bottom out. If we take a look historically at the Bitcoin chart on the monthly time frame, we can see that for the past 3 market cycles, Bitcoin has always bottomed out in between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci level. Okay, and as we can see right here, right now, Bitcoin is also in between that 786 and 886 Fibonacci level. In addition, if we turn on our indicator market cipher, we can see a macro bottom signal where every single market cycle we have come down and print a big green dot on market cipher B as we come down into this zone between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci. So what's the reason of me saying this? We need to approach this in 2 ways. If we are a long-term investor and we are looking to take advantage of the next Bitcoin bull run, if this Wyckoff schematic is going to play out where we actually do put in a lower low, this presents an amazing opportunity to us. Why? Because we're looking at the charts here, noticing, hey, for the past 3 market cycles, when this has happened, it has been the bottom of the cycle. However, historically speaking, when we get this signal, we always put in a bottom and then a double bottom before the actual real bull run begins. And so if we are looking to accumulate Bitcoin for the next bull run, and we know that potentially we are forming a accumulation schematic where the bigger players in the market are looking to accumulate Bitcoin over a longer period of time before starting the next big run up, then if we were smart investors, we would be wanting to do the same thing as we're printing big bottom signals on the monthly time frame, potentially forming this schematic right here. So as an investor, this just confirms my idea that I already have, that now is the time to really be building your portfolio to take advantage of the next bull run. Now, as a trader, this does change things a little bit, right? As a trader, what this really just means is that, again, we have to be prepared for levels of support and resistance, because as you can see in this entire schematic, there is plenty of opportunity to long and short. And so if we're aware of these types of patterns, what it really means is we need to now define what is our goal as an investor. What is our goal as a trader? Are we here for the big game, the long term? Are we here for the short term volatility? Are we a scalper? Are we a day trader? Are we a swing trader? These are the times where we need to clearly define what we are here for, because if we don't clearly define what we're here for, we're going to get chopped up because we don't have a game plan coming into the market. Now, I'm a trader and a long-term investor, so for me, if this is actually going to play out, I can now be looking to hold my swing short, the one that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, down potentially a lot lower. Also knowing that when we come to zones of support, just like the zone of support that we did give in the Casper Crew VIP Discord as well, bounced from the exact level, I can look to take long trades, right? And so it doesn't really matter too much, because if we're in this for the long game, we still know this is a bullish schematic. And if we're in this for the short game, we should take comfort in the fact that we are trading in a sideways range with clearly defined levels of support and resistance where we can look for good trades. Now, here's a plot twist, guys. Here's a plot twist. There are multiple accumulation schematics. Here's a different Wyckoff accumulation schematic where putting in our low, our high, our lower high, and then we put in another higher low. This Wyckoff accumulation schematic could show us potentially that the low is in. And again, when we take a look at the chart and we take a look at these higher term time frames, we know that we're coming to a zone where the bottom absolutely could be in. Now, when we look at the Wyckoff accumulation patterns that have formed in the previous bear cycles, both previous times, the last two, I should say, we have gotten a higher low, all right? We have gotten a higher low. The last 2 market cycles, we have actually done this second Wyckoff accumulation pattern, where after that first lower low, lower high, we then put in a higher low before the real bounce begins. We can see right here, back in 2015, we put in our major low, we came up and put in a higher low before the big bounce. 2018, we put in our low, our high, then we put in our higher low before the big bounce. So either one of these things can play out. And I think the main point that I want to drive home right now is it does not matter, guys, what pattern is playing out. You have people getting scared. You have people saying, I told you this was a fake pump. You idiot. It's just a Wyckoff schematic playing out. Look, why does it not matter? It doesn't matter because if we're in this for the long game, okay, let's say that we do get another major drop down to 10K or even lower, right? Assuming that there is going to be another bull run, and this obviously is an assumption that I am basing my entire trading plan off of. Assuming there's going to be another bull run, and assuming Bitcoin goes to at least $100,000, okay? This is log mode. Let's take it off log mode so that we can really get a good idea of what we're dealing with right here, okay? Even if Bitcoin dumps again, and we are accumulating for the next bull run, even if Bitcoin dumps down to $4,000, I'm being very conservative here, right? Even if we dump down to $4,000, there's still 6.6 more potential reward here in this market than there is risk. And let's say Bitcoin dumps down to 10K. Then there's 14 times more potential reward than risk for the next bull cycle if we are accumulating at a place where historically the bottom has been in. Right? So this to me is a good opportunity. And the fact that whatever Wyckoff schematic we are printing is a bullish accumulation pattern, that should give us more confidence to be accumulating right here. And of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is my personal view on this, right? And so if we are going to print that lower low, then hey, great. I have dry powder on the side ready to go. And if we're going to print a higher low, well, great. We've been accumulating at a time at the bottom where we are about to head into eventually within the next 2 years or so into another major bull market. Now, this is for long-term investors. If we are a trader, it really doesn't matter because we can take advantage of this volatility no matter what happens as long as we are prepared to take those trades in advance and if we know what to look for. Now, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications. Make sure to like the video, guys. Honestly, on Friday, I did give, literally, I gave this exact level live on my live stream. Somebody asked me, where is your next long? And I gave the exact level right here. Where's my next long? Support resistance flip. And you can see I gave the level right here. Look at this. This white line, this white box, right at 21,470. Literally, I told everybody the level in my live stream on Friday. That's why you need to subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I do pray that everybody is very blessed in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace, y'all.